Okay, we have to adjust with some time because after that only it is going to be. So now look here. So hypothalamus gland is there. Hypothalamus gland with hypothalamus gland. What content are there? Can you tell me?
Hypothalamus, it controls pituitary gland.
Hmm.
It releases hormones.
Hmm.
Uh, it is the upper part portion of pituitary gland.
Super. Next.
Next comes pituitary gland. It is
Hmm.
also known as master gland.
Hmm.
It plays main role in, releasing of hormones.
Which is called as stress hormones.
Hmm?
Kritika, little bit problem is there in the screen because inside camera is very good bit because of weather it is very hazy. We have to adjust like this. I will not be visible for some time. Where I will be visible that time only there. That place only I am going to stand. So now look here. Yes, camera is clear. I don't think it is clear. It is fully hazy because of what you call that situation. So we are going to study. You just study will not be stopped. Now look here. The most important thing is when somebody will be talking you about eggs and dendrites. So yes, eggs and dendrites and all other parts are there. We need to understand that sections. You know now nucleus will be there. So what is exactly the specification of axon? Axons are what? Come on, say.
Axon is a part of nerve cell which help us in fast carrying of nerve impulses.
Very good. So when somebody will be asking you about different type of questions, we need to answer those questions one by one. I will start asking you those questions which can be coming. So what is the difference between reflex action and walking? Because now we are going for revision. So I'm going to show you the answers and we are going to discuss those things. Okay. So now what is the most important thing is reflex action and walking. So is walking a part of reflex action? We need to understand first that part. It is a voluntary response to a stimulus. Voluntary response means known response. Understood? It is a voluntary response means known response. When we give response to any work, it is exactly called as known response or voluntary response. It is a spontaneous involuntary response to a stimulus. So it is spontaneous. It is not going to be controlled by you. We can't control this response. Understood? So this response, it is a spontaneous involuntary response to a stimulus. Understood? So this is one thing. Second part is yes, takes place without conscious of brain. That is another important point. Now we are going to understand it is controlled by spinal cord, it is controlled by brain. So whenever we are going to talk about screen is blur, I know that, and this is because because of here now full rain is there now, so inside camera lens got some what you call haziness.
You keep a Google meeting so that they can see by that camera.
That camera means it will be tilted. Hmm. But questions will be actually visible to them. They can see. So it is controlled by spinal cord. It is controlled by brain, and it is kind of response occur within the fraction of seconds. And this is exactly taking time. Understood? So what is the difference between walking? Walking is a controlled one. Where walking, you are actually the response is based on stimulus. The response is based on stimulus, and here it is taking time. So it is a voluntary response to a stimulus. It is what? Voluntary response to a stimulus. And here this part, it is a spontaneous involuntary response to a stimulus. Understood? The next important part is it is controlled by spinal cord, but it is not controlled by spinal cord, it is controlled by brain. Next, this kind of response occur within fraction of seconds. So this type of response is occurring within fraction of second, but this kind of response takes longer time. So this type of response is taking what beta? Longer time. So this you must remember. Okay. Yeah, camera that what you called because of continuous rain beta, the camera that lens is exactly getting some from inside problem is there. Lens is getting one small spot of wave. Understood? So that wave will be coming. Yeah, it will come out because of heat now. The camera if continuously working means the lens will this droplet will come out. Okay. Yeah. So now we are going to take out the next question. What is the next question is which part of the brain maintain posture and equilibrium of the body. See how they have answered question and how we will be. See, we need to understand that one question they have asked. I'm going to say that question again one more time. The question was actually what? Yes, the question was actually walked. The question was reflex action and walking. So one is spontaneous, reflex action is spontaneous, and walking is controlled by you. Because when you walk, you know how much you have to walk, how much fast you have to walk, how much slow you have to walk, where and all you have to stop. So that's one is spontaneous, another one is a controlled one. It is controlled by reflex, is not controlled by brain. It is controlled by spinal cord. Understood? It's a very fast action. So it is controlled by spinal cord and it is controlled by brain. And this part is exactly response will be done in fraction of seconds. Understood? But here response will be exactly taking longer time. Walking response is taking longer time. We all know that walking response is taking what? Longer time. So that's it. We will go for the next question. Our next question was, which part of the brain contain posture? So cerebellum, everybody knows that. But how we are going to write an answer in the most perfect way? See, our answer should not be like this. Our answer should be guided very nicely. Understood or not? So we cannot answer roughly. We have to show a very proper way of answer. So how we are going to answer? We will say which part of the brain maintain posture. So we will write cerebellum maintain posture. So what they asked, accordingly we are going to write. Understood? But spelling mistakes should not be there. Here one thing is very, very important. When you are writing the answers, your spelling must be very much controlled. If you will do spelling mistake, there is a provision where the teacher can cut your half mark. Understood? So cerebellum is a part of hind brain which maintain the posture and equilibrium of the body. Now first we will write cerebellum maintains the posture. Understood? It is located in hind brain. Understood? And it is exactly maintaining what it is maintaining? Equilibrium of the body. Body balance is exactly maintained by this. Understood? Cerebellum. So your answer should be very lucrative and to the point, and you should be writing point wise. See, what is the best way of writing the science answer is point wise, one by one, point by point you should be writing. Are you understanding? Yeah.
In coffee, we got a question that a man ate a dish 1 week ago. After 1 week, he saw the same dish and his mouth was watering. Which part of brain is
You need to understand that ki whenever you are exactly going with conscious sections, the hind brain is not controlling conscious section or midbrain is not conscious section. Everybody understand this one. You say which part of the conscious? See, when saliva secretion, yes, so saliva secretion is there one time means you now is acquainted with the taste of the food. So once you are acquainted with the taste of the food, then only saliva secretion will be there. A new food, you saw that some people are eating donkey, you don't know the taste of the donkey flesh. Understand or not? So you will not be so prone to go towards that and eat. Understood? So it is exactly like you are not so keen to go there and eat, but one time you will be eating one dish and that dish is exactly very much of your taste. Understood or not? The next time saliva secretion will be there. So the brain will be exactly, the pituitary gland will be exactly giving what? The hormones will be giving you a signal. Come on, you need this. Understood? So that time it is exactly going to work. I hope you might have understood. So how do we detect the smell of agarbatti? So definitely detect of smell will be done by receptors. Receptors, yeah, you can join, no problem. It is exactly done by receptors. Which is the receptor? Olfactory receptor. Which is receptor? Olfactory receptor. So photoreceptors are there, olfactory receptors are there. Understood or not? Photoreceptor is working for eyes, and your olfactory receptor is working for smell, and then gustatory receptors are for taste. Understood? So different type of, yes, yes, that is a different receptor, that is we call it receptors only. Understood? So now look here. So do we detect the smell of agarbatti? Yes. So in our nose olfactory receptors are there. They detect the smell of incense stick and set off a chemical reaction. As a result, a nerve impulse is generated which is transmitted to sensory nerve. Nerve impulse generation, transmission to Understood. So this is exactly then. So as a result, a nerve impulse is generated, which is transmitted to sensory nerve. So nerve impulse generation, where it is transmitting? Sensory nerve. Nerve impulse generation, where it is transmitting? Sensory nerve. This you remember. Understood. The sensory nerve relay the information in the form of nerve impulse to the brain via spinal cord. So the olfactory lobe present in the forebrain interpret the message and feel the smell. So this is the total entire process. Okay, this is the total entire process. You are from which area, sir? First you need to say me. So now look here. So that means now you are going to write down step by step. But in exam, you are not going to write in this format because nobody is having time to read your answers. Understood? So no matter how much nicely you are writing the answer, they will not read it. So you have to present it into that format. So what is the best format? First, they detect the smell of incense stick and set off a chemical reaction. So who is detecting? Olfactory receptors. Where it is located? Nostrils. Understood not? The nasal passage here, the nostrils are there. After that nostril, there are exactly olfactory receptors. And after detecting the smell, they set a chemical reaction. They set a chemical reaction. Who set a chemical reaction? Olfactory receptors. So your target should be right first, olfactory receptor, flowchart. Second, detect the smell. Third, set a chemical reaction. Note down, shortcut way to note down. You need to note down. First, olfactory receptor. Second, detect the smell. Third, set a chemical reaction. So once you have written this one, as a result, nerve impulse is generated. So after chemical reaction, what will be generated? Nerve impulse will be generated. Understood? So only one thing you write, Ovian. All the important point. First, what did I said? Olfactory receptors. Second, detect the smell. Third, set a chemical reaction. And this chemical reaction setting is doing what? It will generate a nerve impulse. It will generate a nerve impulse which is transmitted to sensory nerve. Understood? So we understood the parameters. First is what? First is olfactory receptors. Now I am writing in shortcut olfactory receptors. First, what they did? Detect. After second, what they will do? Set a chemical. Set a chemical reaction. This chemical reaction will do what? Generate a nerve impulse. Nerve impulse. And this nerve impulse will go to sensory. Understood? So this is the flow chart, and this nerve impulse is going to where, beta? Sensory. This nerve impulse is going where? Sensory. So this is the most important thing we are going to understand. So now look here. I hope now you are understanding how you are going to answer the examination. All people will write different, but my students will write in the most lucrative way, the most prestigious way. When you writing means people will understand that this boy knows everything. Understood? It should command them. So after nerve impulse generated will transmit this to sensory nerve. Sensory nerve will do what? Sensory nerve relay the information in the form of nerve impulse. To whom? To the brain via spinal cord. So the olfactory lobe present in the forebrain. Where is olfactory lobe present? Forebrain. It interprets the message and we feel the smell. So the total. And you need to understand one thing, forebrain is there now. Forebrain, hindbrain will be there. I have taught the lobes also in the previous video. Everything is available. If one time with that, what you call at the time of revision, I will send the what you call the link. That links one time you read, it will be very very beneficial for you because I've explained everything there. Okay. So now look at it. First work. We will go back to last one more time. Children, come on. This time you people repeat with me. First olfactory, second set a chemical, detect, third this chemical reaction will do what? Generate a nerve impulse. This nerve impulse will go where? And this sensory nerve will send a message to the brain, spinal cord. After that it will go where? Forebrain. Where it is exactly what? Where it will go? Forebrain. It will go to forebrain, which interpret the message as smell. Understood? The olfactory lobe present in the forebrain. Which lobe present in the forebrain? Olfactory lobe. The olfactory lobe present in the forebrain will detect it. The olfactory lobe present in the forebrain will do what, beta? It will detect it. And that's the entire story. So now, what is the role of brain in reflex action? What is the role of it is no. Reflex actions takes place in spinal cord first. Absolute, Kavya, super. So reflex action, after that sensory nerve, it will go to brain also, Kavya. You missed brain. Now look here, reflex action takes place in spinal cord, not in brain. So the information that reflex action has provided goes on to reach the brain, which stores the information and remember it for future use. So brain is just a storage device of reflex actions. Reflex actions are exactly done by spinal cord. Goes to where? Brain. For what work? Storage work. Understood? Goes to where? Brain. For what work? Storage work. This you need to remember. It goes to brain for only one work, and that is storage work. And brain will understand this reflex actions, and it will store it. Understood? Not just like first time you went in a what you call one place, and there 1 2 3 different type of smell was there. So when the different type of smell you got acquainted with, suddenly what you did, you did not remember it. But next time what happened, when you went to that place again, you exactly understood it, and then you started interpreting it. So that's the most important thing. I hope you might have understood this session, understood this point. So get ready for it. I hope now the haziness is little bit less, na beta. The haziness, much of the haziness is gone. Yes. So now this is what beta, the camera, because of that what you call, huh?
What is the meaning of olfactory?
Olfactory means smell, a type of smell. Understood or not? So here we are going to go for the next section. Now, yes. So it is memory. Memory means storage or a feeding of information. The feeded information will be stored there. The feeded information will be stored there. What are plant hormones? So here they are asking a very specific question. What are plant hormones? Many students now what they do, abscisic acid, gibberellin, cytokinins, and auxin. They are the plant hormones. What they asked first, what are plant hormones? They asked this. They are not asking what are the types of plant hormones. First, you need to read the question carefully, and then very good, beta. Phytohormones are plant hormones, but they are asking one question, Sanjay. They are not asking. They are asking that what are plant hormones? Plant hormones are nothing but a chemical substance that is secreted by the plant itself naturally. Understood? And that will regulate the growth of the plant. It not only regulates the growth of the plant, it controls and coordinates the plant. That's why it is called a hormone. So it is setting a chemical substance. It is exactly generated what? Hormones are nothing but a chemical substance that is exactly coming out from the body itself. So we need to understand first this thing, that is not coming from somewhere outside. It is exactly generated inside the body. If it is maximum, so it is maximum means it will be good, bad. If it is minimum also, it is bad, because maximum will be creating problem, minimum will be generating deficiency. So this is the most important thing we must remember. I hope you might have understood this one. So a plant hormone is a chemical substance which produced naturally in the plant and regulate growth and physiological process to bring about control and coordination of various activities in plant. Understood? So now next part. So movement. So how is the movement of the leaves of the sensitive plant different from the movement of the shoot towards light? So definitely this is a very critical question. Don't write it just like a para. See, first thing, when they are asking this type of questions, don't write like a para. Differentiate it. Understood? And the most best way to differentiation is write in the most possible way. Understood, Ovian? Shortcut way, Ovian. How we are going to write it, beta? So movement of leaves from sensitive plant, movement of shoot towards light. So see, movement of leaves from sensitive plant, here movement of shoot towards light. These two are two different things. Understood? So movement of leaves of sensitive plant is a nastic movement. And what is the name of the plant? Mimosa pudica. That is touch me not plant. What is the name? Scientific name? Mimosa pudica. And that is a touch me not plant. And here movement of shoot is exactly a tropic movement. Leaf movement, because of sensitive behavior, is nastic movement. It is non-directional. But stem movement is a directional movement. It's a tropic movement. This is exactly the most important sections here. Understood? See, network because of rain and Chennai issues are more. But I'm trying to conduct the classes. I'm not trying to take leave today also. Understood? So phototropic. So that's what is the most important thing. Now go for its stimulus is touch. Stimulus is light. Note down. Nobody will write like this type of points. In your school also, nobody will go to this point first. So whose stimulus? Input is what here? Touch. That input is light. It is not regarded as growth movement, but it is regarded as growth movement. Understood? Yeah, but here you can't write that part directly, na? It is not, because tropic movement will be phototropism is there, and phototropism will be connected to photosynthesis. Understood or not? Got it? So here auxin, gibberellin, cytokinase don't go to there, because auxin is exactly one very important for shoot and root, tip of the root and tip of the shoot hormones. But they're not asking about the hormones here. So ma'am, send this material in group. Yes, I'm going to send this material, beta. Now the group formation is there, na? Chapter by chapter revision and chapter by chapter. But first 200 question, I promised you, na, we will have 200 questions revision. Like this only revision will be there. Did you understood this part? And that will be recorded. So whenever you will be failing in any one question, you will just have to see the recorded part and you have to solve it. Understood? So every time I will be available for you now. So now look here, beta. Night 12 o'clock also you can see the recorded section and do a revision. Understood? Doubt means just post me a message. So it is stimulus is touch and stimulus is light. This part, it is not regarded as growth movement. It is regarded as growth movement. That's the basic idea. Now, beta, give an example of plant hormone that promote growth. Auxin. Auxin promote growth. Understood? Yes, auxin promote. Stimulus is nothing but the input. Understood not? Stimulus and response, there are two things. Understood? So stimulus is a type of input coming from the system. Understood? And it is coming from outside. Response is given from inside. That's the difference. So if somebody will exactly slap you, that's stimulus. It's not response. What you will do becomes your response. So stimulus is mostly external factors. Understood or not? And response is internal factor. Stimulus is always taken as input and response is output. Understood or not? So stimulus is a type of action that is generated from the external sources. It can be a short interval or it can be a long interval, but response can be also short interval or a long interval. Just like you kept your hand in whatever sharp object, that's the stimulus. Response is moving your hand away. Got it? Now stimulus is suddenly warmness comes in a room. So slowly you feel the warmth. That's the stimulus. What is the response? You will open your sweater. So you will not open your what you call winter dress so soon. Understood not? When you will feel that the room is cozy and you are feeling heat. So that can be, some responses are very quick to act and some responses will take time to act. So that's are the most important thing to be remembered here. So now look here. How do auxin promote the growth of tendril around the support? You know what is the tendril? The tip part will get twinkled. That the twing formation will be there, na? Yes. So they will be exactly called as what, beta? Tendrils. What is the name given to it? Tendrils. What is the name we are giving it? Tendrils. So tendrils are sensitive to touch or contact to other objects. Understood? They are sensitive to touch or contact. So when tendril touches the support hormone auxin from the tip of the tendril diffuses. Write down what this tendril is doing. Tendril is sensitive to touch. This is the only first point you should write in exam. Tendrils are sensitive to touch. And what happens if they touch? Tendrils are sensitive to touch. But what happens if tendrils touch? If tendrils touch, they release a hormone. What is the name of the hormone? Auxin. So now we understood that tendrils are exactly releasing a hormone called as auxin. So now we know that out of 4-5 hormones, which hormone is released by tendrils? Auxin. Understood? So auxin is exactly released by hormone. Auxin is a type of hormone released by tendrils. When they will touch. Understood? So now after this,
Now, are there any defense hormone for plants? Like
yes,
for
have, see, the most important thing is like our defense system is there now. We have a defense mechanism. Plant do not have a defense mechanism. Understood or not? So our defense mechanism is our skeletal system. Understood? But plant do not have a defense mechanism through their skeletal system. Otherwise, one leaf you are plucking means attack from the branch itself will come. Understood or not? Yes, yes, the reflexes will be there and they can be showing only nastic movement. They'll not be showing any live reactions. Understood or not? See, if you will pluck 3 4 flowers of a plant, the moment hello violet, the moment the plant will start crying means you will not touch that flower, na? Correct, na? If any human you are beating, the person is crying, they are showing emotions. Plant is not showing emotions because they don't have brain. Understood? But do they have hormones? Hormones are there. See, brain also work with the hormones. Do you understand one thing? So we need to understand that the feelings comes from different section of our brain, and it is exactly what you call activated by the hormones itself. Are you understanding? So the chemical reaction that is setting in plant and animal, they are generating hormones. Understood or not? But these hormones work differently. Where human have only hormones plus our system is there, which is control coordinating systems are there, which will, and brain is there who can interpret the message. Plant do not have that interpretation. Got it? Otherwise plant have also senses. Don't think like that plant do not have senses, but reflexes cannot be shown by plant. Plant show reflexes in a different way, but human can show reflexes by emotions. So since the emotion is not triggered in plant, plant cannot show that. Understood? So if any chamber will be there where the emotions can be stored and it can be sent as a message for the future part, then we can take it. I hope you might have understood this one. So now let's see. So toward the side of the trundle, it is in contact with the support. As a result, the side is that it is not in contact with the support grows faster, and the side which is in contact with the support will lead to the bending of the tendril towards the support. So the one which is holding it, it will not grow, but the backside which is exactly not in that contact with, it will start growing. It is just like making a grip in one section and growing to the other part. So that's the most important factor you remember. So which one is releasing hormone? Tendrils are releasing hormone name as auxin, and after releasing it will have a grip. Understood? And after generating the grip, the other part will start growing fast. Understood? You might have seen that the leaves and other stems will be, which is not in contact with bamboos, they will be growing to other sides and tendril will just hold it. Correct now? So that's why, because of the, that's what, because of the what do you call support. So design an experiment to demonstrate hydrotropism. Hydrotropism, see, like this type of activities. Hi beta, just in between some discussion, so unable to respond. So now listen, design some activities which is exactly going to talk to you about hydrotropism. Understand one single thing. Hydrotropism is movement of the shoot or root, movement of the root towards the, not shoot, root towards the water. That's called as hydrotropism. Hydrotropism in another way is called as love for water. Understood? So there are two type of hydrotropism. Yes, absolutely correct, Sanjay. But beta, here two type of hydrotropism will be there. One is towards the water and one is away from the water. The stem will be going away from water, but the root will go towards water, because it's not the stem which is exactly taking water. It's the root which is taking water. Understood? So once the root is taking water, what it is doing, beta? It will take the water to the different part of the plant for photosynthesis. Understood? So water is a very important thing for plant, and the plant will be having showing positive and negative action. Absolutely correct, beta. See, receptors are those which receives information. They are considered as receptors, and they will be transmitting to neurons. Huh?
how will they get information that water is in the particular place? How will the roots get information?
See, roots are not getting, roots are sensing. You need to understand the root hairs are there, na, they'll sense it. See, between the soil particles are there. Na, first, the soil is not homogeneous, it is heterogeneous. The size will be varying. Understood? So the root will have very fine root hairs. Understood? They have sense. So what they will do is they'll sense, and the moment they will do it, what you call the root hairs will start exactly getting contact in those areas, and they will start taking the waters. Understood? So root cortex section and different sections are there. Epidermis, I have discussed everything. Previous video, everything is available. Understood or not? So first, what they will do, they will sense water. Understood? And you know what? Once they will sense, now they'll start penetrating the root towards that direction. That's the most important thing. Got it? And the water films are there. What is the meaning of water film? It's not the movie water films. Water film is in between gap of two soil. Na, some gaps will be there because soil particles are not homogeneous. It is heterogeneous. So definitely between 5-6 stones, you will see some gap. So that gap will be filled with water. So what is the work of the root is penetrate into that area and start sucking the water. Understood or not? So that's the most important thing here. I hope everybody is understanding. So design an experiment to demonstrate hydrotropism. So can we see the hydrotropism? Can you see this? The seed is exactly having cotyledons now, one in radical and second one is plumule. You need to understand that a seed is exactly monocot and dicot. A seed will be of two types. The seed is considered as monocot. Monocot is means having only one cotyledon. This is called as monocot. Understood? The monocot will have one root and shoot system. Understood? This is called as plumule and this is called as radicle. So plumule will become stem and radicle will become root. So this is called as monocot. Understood? Now another one is called as dicot. So maize. Maize is an example of maize, rice is an example of monocot. Understood? Yes, monocot. But here when you will be going for dicotyledons, they will have dicot like peas, beans, chana, whatever pulses are there, they are dicots. So here one will go up and one will go down. This is called as plumule and this is called as radicle. So radicle will be sensitive towards soil and plumule will be sensitive towards light sensitive. Understood? Light sensitive and this is soil. So it will go towards dark and it will go towards light. Understood? And so it will show hydrotropism. This will show positive hydrotropism. This will show positive geotropism and this will show negative geotropism, negative hydrotropism, negative chemotropism. Understood or not? Chemotropism is chemical affinity. So root itself will grip the most important minerals, na? Understood? So chemotropism also will be exactly shown by whom first? I hope it is very clear to you.
What is the role of cotyledons in growing a plant?
Cotyledons are exactly the storehouse of energy. They are till the plumule and radicle. Cotyledon will not detach until and unless the plant will not have leaves. The cotyledon will not detach. It is exactly having all type of energies inside, and all these energies that is present inside now. It will be exactly given to this radicle and plumule. So once the plumule will grow and start having leaves, and they are spontaneously on its own start doing what you call photosynthesis, then this cotyledon will detach. Understood? So once root formation, plumule formation will be there, root will start taking water and the leaves will start doing photosynthesis. Their requirement of energy will be much higher. So that particular moment, cotyledons will detach themselves. Understood? So only it is always said that we should eat. Yes, we should eat what you call maize and corns. Why? Because it is energy. It is energy, because this is exactly having more energy, but this energy they have not stored for us. Understood? They have stored for their future generation. Got it? So this exactly building blocks. So only we say now pulses are building blocks, because in that certain type of growth and recovery hormones are there, and that hormones we're eating. Understood? So there are many things I will teach you time to time, but I hope this much is clear to you people. Understood a bit nicely? So did you understood it? Hydrotropism, positive hydrotropism and negative hydrotropism. Before exams, we need to, and better see, once you are drawing it, please write procedures on your own. Mostly they will not give this type of questions, because this year the question trend is very problematic. This year much tricky questions will be coming from science also, and much tricky questions will be coming from maths. I'm releasing this information. If you wish, I will write and put signature in some paper. More experimental based questions, more activity based questions, and more value, means where you have learned the science from environment. From that section questions are going to come this year. The paper will be full of that. That is called as life science. Understood? So we have to be practically getting ready for life science. So these are answers which we are exactly coming from book, but based on these answers we have to search those answers. Understood not? So now pay attention here. I will itself ask from you some of the question. How does chemical coordination takes place in animals? So chemical coordination takes place in animals by whom? It is exactly due to endocrine and exocrine glands. That's called as chemical coordination. Understood or not? So you need to understand this one. In animal, endocrine glands are a result of what you call simulation releases a chemical substance called hormone directly into the blood. So blood carries the hormone to the target organ. So in target organ, hormone transmit the information to bring about the effect. Note down, note down, note down, note down, children. I am seeing only 11 people are live. Trikal Kundram itself, 13 students are there. How can I be able to be having that peace of mind when only these many students are attending the sessions? Shortlisted students are these many.
Ma'am, do amount of vitamins and minerals affect secretion of hormones in our body?
Huh?
Amount of proteins, carbohydrates, and minerals affect the secretion of enzymes and
See, the thing here
hormones.
is ki whatever food you are taking, this will have a direct impact on the chemical reactions that is taking place inside your body. Iodine to everything. If you will not take a balanced diet, means it will affect the hormone secretion. It's a direct effect in the hormone secretion. You go for a fast, the mechanism will get slowed down. I hope everybody understood. See, in animal, endocrine gland result as a result of stimulation releases a chemical substance. And it is releasing, yes, it is releasing chemicals directly into the blood. That's a very important point to be noted. Absolutely correct. Okay, iodized salt. Why is the use of iodized salt advisable? Because of what? Iodized salt will be, you know that thyroxine gland. So thyroxine gland will be there. Iodine is essential nutrition for the thyroid gland to produce thyroxine. Is it essential nutrition? The word nutrition should be used very precisely. Let's see. No, beta, just check this one out. No, you please be attentive here and understand one thing. It is the use of iodine salt advisable. First thing is that what word, one word you have used, no, nutrition. Understood, they're minerals. They're not nutrition based. That's what. So one line you will write wrong means they will just underline that one and you will come in trouble. Now we are going to write point by points. In examinations, how you are going to write? You will be writing point by point. I hope you might have understood. Now, beta, first point, thyroid gland makes a hormone. Thyroid gland makes a hormone. What is the name of the hormone? Thyroxine. What is the name of the hormone? Thyroxine. Understood? So iodine is necessary for thyroid gland to make this hormone. So iodine is necessary for making a hormone exactly where? In the thyroid gland. Did they wrote necessary nutrient? No. Understood? Did they wrote necessary nutrient? No. Thyroxine. Hormone name is thyroxine. Spelling mistake should not be there. So the thyroxine hormone regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate. Now you understood why I said nutrition is a very difficult word here. Now why beta? Because what is the work of thyroxine hormone? The thyroxine hormone help in regulating the metabolism of the nutrient. These are the nutrient, carbohydrate, fats and protein in the body. Understood? So these nutrient what you are taking inside in the body, it will be exactly doing metabolic activities. There are two different type of metabolism, na? Catabolism and anabolism. Where catabolism is done in plant or animal?
In plants.
And anabolism is done in?
Animals.
Confirm everyone. Now you need to answer me this question. Catabolism is done in which one? Plant or animal?
Catabolism is
Let's see what internet children are telling. I'm just waiting. Anabolism is in animals.
Ma'am, anabolism is
One is
separation.
release of energy,
Anabolism
and
is
one is absorption of energy to make something big. Now you think.
ma'am, catabolism and
And this is the most important thing. Catabolism is in plant or animal?
I think so plants will have.
See, he got fully confused. But here online children are telling catabolism is in plants. Anabolism is in animals. Let's talk. I am not going to say this answer. I will explain the point and you people will talk about this. Understood or not? Again another class I'm having. Wait. Till 3:30 I am going to teach children because class started late, so I need to teach some most important sections. So till get ready, have patience till 3:30. Understood? So have patience till 3:30. If you are hungry, also wait till 3:30. Okay. Now, thyroxine hormone regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate, fats, and protein in the body. Understood? So, provide the best balance for growth. Deficiency of iodine in our diet result in disorder called as goiter. Understood? And in which thyroid gland become enlarged and thus neck becomes swollen. So thus use of iodine salt is advisable to prevent the goiter disease. This is exactly the way they are. This is the way they have spoken. Understood? But this is exactly not the end of it. How you are going to, are you going to write like this in para? Nobody will have time to read your para here. So what is the first point you are going to write? Thyroxine gland secretes a hormone called thyroid gland secretes a hormone called as thyroxine. Second point, it is necessary for iodine is necessary for thyroid gland because it is doing the metabolism of
Carbohydrates, fats, and proteins.
understood. It regulates the functioning of carbohydrate, fats, and protein. Third important point, which balance the carbohydrate, fats, and protein work is what? Growth and development of the plant body system. Understood or not? So growth and development of the body system. Hello? Just in online class, I'll just call you, huh? 3:30 I'll call you. So that is growth and development of the plant system. Yes.
If there is an excess of thyroxine in a person's body, what is the disease caused by?
See, excessive is also not good and less is also. So, see, if hypo and hyper, two stages are there. Hypo means you will become dwarf. Hyper means tall. Understood? Hypo means one will be exactly going to T3, T4, TSH. Exactly, thyroid is not one. T3, T4, and TSH. Three are there. So one will be generating. See, normal disease you will be seeing goiter, but goiter is not the only disease. Understood not? What it will do, suddenly the body will start becoming mummifying, it will becoming very fat. So that is also because of thyroxine. Understood? Hormone, people won't know that because the body metabolic activities will be exactly disturbed by the thyroid secretion. Understood not? We are not knowing, suddenly you will become very sunken means again weight loss will be there, sudden weight loss will be there, and you will look like skeletal. That is also because of thyroid deficiency. Understood? Excessive will make you fat, less will become make you thin. Excessive will make you very hyper tall, and less will become dwarf. Understood not? So these are some of the symptoms it is showing. Understood not? So this is T3, T4, and TSH. Para.
Can goiter be treated permanently?
No, goiter will be exactly if you will start taking what you call this is the place now. So here you will see one bulge region. Understood not? So bulge will get enlarged if iodine is not taken. Understood not? But if it will be taken in a very appropriate one, the bulge will get reduced. Understood? So the doctor itself will do like this test and they will come to know that goiter is there or not. Understood? Due to fats also, some people neck will look like swollen. That is not goiter. Understood? Goiter means the extra enlargement in this space, in this place only. Got it? So this is that reason. So now I hope you might have understood the excessive or the disorder is going to get goiter. This is the most important point. Now we are going to go towards the next section. Are you all ready for it? The next question is, how does our body respond when adrenaline is secreted into the blood? So you need to understood fight, flight. There are three F's now.
Fight or flight.
Ah, fright and flight. and also fly. I used to say fly hormone also. So what?
It
Why
is
it is?
secreted by adrenal gland.
Adrenaline gland. Adrenaline is the name of the hormone. It is secreted by the adrenal gland, and it is located where, beta?
Heartbeat,
I'll
blood
tell you the
pressure.
entire process of it. It is exactly located in above the kidneys. Understood? The pair of kidneys are there above the kidneys. It is located, and it is called as a emergency hormone also. See, before exam, na you people means fight or flight, yes, or fly also. So now look here. Why I'm telling fly, I'll tell you. Before exams, na like 1 month is left. You will be waking in night, and you will think 5 o'clock. I will not wake up. 1 month is there before exams, like this you will think. Yes, above the kidney. And after 1 week left for exam, you usually used to wake up 8 o'clock, but now you started waking up 7 o'clock. 3 days before exam, sleep itself earlier. Correct now? Sleep itself will not come. You will go sleep, light is also off, but you will have a fright, flight, and fly. Fly option is where when you can feel like I should run away from this situation. Correct now? You feel like going somewhere out of the situation. Specifically, when you know that this situation you are cannot be able to handle, and this situation you cannot be able to go away from, and you have no other options left. So definitely flight, fright, and fly is the option. Got it? Now, adrenal glands secrete hormone adrenaline, which is called emergency hormone. This hormone is repeatedly secreted in response to stress or during emergency. Understood not? Stress emergency situation. This hormone speed up heartbeat, rate of respiration, and raises glucose level in the blood. Three things it is doing. Note down these three things. I hope. Thank you for liking the class, and definitely please be attentive in the class and listen those things. So, what is the most important thing? See, this is the most important thing. I'm not reading from the book. I'm just explaining the points. Already the chapter is over. So now list, you need to write down the most important things. So I'm just telling them to write how is exactly important, and we should not be writing in this process. Okay, we should be writing in point wise. So what is the first point? It is adrenaline is exactly secreted by adrenal gland. Understood? This is the first point you should be right. And why it is needed? It is exactly what panic hormone also you can say. Understood? At the time of panic, this hormone is exactly getting secreted. So emergency hormone. So what we are going to use, the second line, what you are going to write. Don't write like this parawise. How you are going to write? Point wise. Adrenaline hormone is secreted by adrenal gland located above the kidneys. So see, this answer itself we have beautified such a way. What? Adrenaline gland located, adrenaline hormone secreted by adrenal gland located above the kidneys, pair of kidneys. Understood? Second is it is an emergency hormone. Third, it activates which things? Heartbeat and blood pressure. And rate of glucose in blood. Yes. So once the rate of glucose will be in the blood will be, hey bhai, I will do only one work. I will just block you, and I will just don't let it disturb. You go there and you are promoting your channel, means go and promote your channel. You don't disturb all these things. And I'm not ready here to listen all people nonsense. You go and do whatever you wish to do, but don't disturb me right now. So yes, so rate of glucose will be exactly released. Rate of why? Because you need to understand one very important thing: heartbeat increase. Heartbeat increase why? Because once the heartbeat will be increased, the blood circulation will become fast. So now what is second thing released in the blood is glucose. Understood? So once the glucose is in the blood is going to different cells in a very fast rate. So just like you need to understand that. Okay, understood. So just need to understand one very important thing is that whenever you saw something which is giving you fear, like just now you broke your mother's something like box or something you broke. The moment you have broken it, now you have that fear. Got it? Because of that fear, now your mental capacity is like you need to remember it. Okay, so you need to remember it. Now you need to remember that, okay, fine, I have broken. So this will exactly come in your brain again and again. So what will happen that time? The moment somebody will ask you, so your brain is actually ready with an answer. Your brain is actually, okay, so definitely once the brain will be exactly ready, so you will have some answer with you, but you don't know how to answer it. But the moment the situation will come when somebody will ask you this question, what you are going to do? Right? Flight or Fly. So here definitely what you will do, you will exactly fly and you will give a very awesome answer. I didn't know it, but I when I touched it, it was already broken and it fell down. So how smartly you're answering, because the brain has done what? You have exactly made it ready. Understood how you made it ready? The heartbeat was exactly very high. You balanced it, and then the blood circulation was high because it was carrying glucose. So energy usage was there, and definitely the energy reach your blood brain also.